Hi and welcome to the latest Ancient Egypt news from the second week of February. A new study has revealed that Egyptians were using a mechanically sophisticated drilling tool far earlier than previously suggested. Researchers at Newcastle University and the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna have re-examined a small copper alloy object excavated a century ago from a cemetery at Badari in Upper Egypt and concluded it is the earliest identified rotary metal drill from ancient Egypt, dating to the Predynastic period before the first pharaohs ruled. The artifact was found in grave 3932, the burial of an adult man. When first published in the 1920s, the artifact, which is only 63 millimeters long and weighs about 1.5 grams, was described as a little awl of copper with some leather thong wound round it. That brief note proved easy to overlook, and the object attracted little attention for decades. However, under magnification, the researchers found that the tool shows distinctive wear consistent with drilling, fine striations, rounded edges, and a slight curvature at the working end, all features that point to rotary motion, not simple puncturing. The research, which is published in the journal Egypt and the Levant, also describes 6 coils of an extremely fragile leather thong, which the researchers argue is a remnant of the bowstring used to power a bow drill, an ancient equivalent of a hand drill, where a string wrapped round a shaft is moved back and forth by a bow to spin the drill rapidly. Dr. Martin Odler, visiting fellow in Newcastle University's School of History, Classics and Archaeology and lead author, explains, "The ancient Egyptians are famous for stone temples, painted tombs and dazzling jewellery, but behind these achievements lay practical everyday technologies that rarely survive in the archaeological record. One of the most important was the drill, a tool used to pierce wood, stone and beads, enabling everything from furniture making to ornament production. This reanalysis has provided strong evidence that this object was used as a bow drill, which would have produced a faster, more controlled drilling action than simply pushing or twisting an awl-like tool by hand. This suggests that Egyptian craftspeople mastered reliable rotary drilling more than 2 millennia before some of the best preserved drill sets." Bow drills are well known from later periods of Egyptian history, including surviving New Kingdom examples from the middle to late 2nd millennium BCE, with tomb scenes showing craftsmen drilling beads and woodwork in the tombs located in the modern-day West Bank of Luxor. Chemical analysis by the team using portable X-ray fluorescence found the drill was made from an unusual copper alloy. Co-author Yizi Komeshik explains, "The drill contains arsenic and nickel with notable amounts of lead and silver. Such a recipe would have produced a harder and visually distinctive metal compared with standard copper. The presence of silver and lead may hint at deliberate alloying choices, and potentially wider networks of materials or know-how linking Egypt to the broader ancient Eastern Mediterranean in the 4th millennium BCE. The study, which is linked to the Egypt Toolware project, also highlights how museum collections can still provide major discoveries. A small object excavated long ago and described in a single line turns out to preserve not only early metalworking, but also a rare trace of organic material, evidence for how the tool was actually used. An Egyptian-American archaeological mission has completed the restoration and re-erection of a colossal statue of King Ramses II at the ancient site of El Ashmonin in Minya Governorate, authorities say. The project follows the discovery of the statue's upper section in February 2024, nearly a century after the lower portion was first uncovered in 1930. The newly found section was restored and reinstalled atop the base, returning the monument to its original position at the northern entrance of the temple. The limestone statue now stands about 6.7 meters tall and weighs more than 40 tons. It consists of 4 main elements: the statue's body, previously broken into 2 parts, a base made of 3 large stone blocks, and uninscribed foundation stones. Tourism and Antiquities Minister Grafitti stated that the restoration reflects Egypt's commitment to preserving its cultural heritage according to international scientific standards, and described the project as an example of cooperation between Egyptian specialists and foreign missions. He He added that the work enhances the archaeological significance of Minya and supports cultural tourism. Hisham El-Liti, the new Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, the SCA, added that the project demonstrates the expertise of Egyptian specialists in restoration and documentation. He said the SCA relies on modern scientific methods to conserve large monuments and ensure their preservation. Mohammed Abdelbadi, head of the ancient Egyptian antiquities sector, said the statue is one of two known examples located in the northern section of the temple at El Ashmonin. It depicts Ramses II seated and reflects the artistic style of the period. The joint mission has been working at El Ashmonin since 2023, under the leadership of Bassam Jihad of the SCA and Ivona Trinka of the University of Colorado. Jihad said the upper section of the statue, measuring about 3.7 meters in height and weighing around 12 tons, was found buried beneath later historical layers. The team conducted digital documentation, structural assessments, and stone analysis to confirm that the two sections matched and to stabilize the statue's 5-block foundation. After approval from the Permanent Committee for Ancient Egyptian Antiquities, restoration work began in September 2025. The process included dismantling unstable elements, reinforcing and restoring the stone blocks, and reinstalling them in their original position based on technical documentation. The restored statue marks the return of a major Ramses II monument to its original setting at El Ashmonin, one of Upper Egypt's key archaeological sites. A desert plateau in South Sinai has revealed an extraordinary secret, a massive rock shelter containing a continuous record of human artistic expression spanning 10 millennia. The Egyptian archaeological mission from the SCA recently documented the site at Iraq, located roughly 5 kilometers northeast of the famed temple of Serabet el-Khadim. The discovery is being hailed by Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Sherif Fati as a qualitative addition to Egypt's cultural map, offering a rare glimpse into the evolution of the human spirit in the peninsula. The site features a 100-meter-long sandstone shelter. On its ceilings and walls, archaeologists found a vivid timeline of life, the oldest layer dating between 10,000 and 5,500 BCE, consists of red pigmented drawings of wild animals. This is a natural open-air museum, explains Dr. Hisham El-Lithi of the SCA. It documents the symbolic and artistic evolution of humans from prehistory through to the Islamic era. The shelter's collection includes several distinct phases. The prehistoric features red and newly discovered grey pigments depicting local fauna. Early hunting, with intricate engravings of a hunter with a bow and arrow chasing an ibex, flanked by hunting dogs. The classical and Nabatean era is covered by depictions of camels and horses with riders in battle gear, accompanied by Nabatean inscriptions. And finally, into the Islamic era, early Arabic calligraphy marks the site's continued use as a waypoint for travellers and pilgrims. The discovery was made possible with the guidance of Sheikh Rabia Barakat, a local resident of the Serabet el-Khadim area. His involvement underscores the vital role Sinai's local communities play in preserving Egypt's hidden history. Beyond the art, the mission found lithic tools and pottery fragments dating to the Egyptian Middle Kingdom and the Roman period. The presence of ash layers and stone partitions suggests the shelter was not just a canvas, but a home, a place where ancient Bedouins, Roman soldiers, and early Muslims sought refuge. As the ministry prepares a sustainable protection plan for Iraq, the site is expected to become a cornerstone for cultural tourism in Sinai, inviting the world to witness a 10,000-year conversation etched in stone. Egypt's administrative prosecution has issued a series of orders following investigations into the theft of an ancient stone tablet from the Kentika tomb in the Saqqara archaeological site. According to available data, the stolen tablet measures approximately 40 by 60 centimeters and is considered a rare piece documenting scenes of daily life in ancient Egypt, similar in style to the Meroruka reliefs. It's believed the theft occurred over 2 months ago, only coming to light during a recent inventory check. The prosecution announced it has ordered a comprehensive follow-up on all technical reports related to the incident. It further mandated a review of security and protection measures across archaeological sites, calling for the implementation of the latest technological security systems. The prosecution ordered the acceleration of the National Archaeological Documentation and Registration Project, aligning with the state's strategy to build a comprehensive database of Egyptian antiquities. The prosecution confirmed that investigations are ongoing. A team conducted an extensive inspection of the tomb in Saqqara recently as part of the legal proceedings. The investigation was initially launched after the prosecution's media centre monitored reports on October the 5th regarding the disappearance of the stone artefact. The Kentika tomb, dating back to the Old Kingdom, had been utilised as an antiquity storehouse for the Teti cemetery. A technical committee has been commissioned to examine the tomb, accompanied by a security detail from the Tourism and Antiquities Police. The Tutankhamun Wall of Knowledge event and the Tutankhamun the Golden Pharaoh documentary were launched at the Egyptian Cultural Office in Berlin as part of cooperation between the Bibliotheca Alexandrina and the Higher Education Ministry to promote Egyptian civilization through modern interactive digital tools. The initiative, held under the patronage of Bibliotheca Alexandrina, Director Ahmed Zayed and Head of the Cultural Relations Sector at the Ministry of Higher Education, Ayman Farid, aims to present Egypt's ancient heritage to German and international audiences in an engaging, technology-driven format. The project features interactive displays and augmented reality technology, with content translated into German for schools and cultural institutions. The initiative supports digital cultural tourism and reflects joint efforts to promote Egyptian culture globally. The documentary, produced by Bibliotheca Alexandrina's Centre for Documentation of Cultural and Natural Heritage, offers a visually immersive exploration of King Tutankhamun's treasures and ancient Egyptian civilization. And that's it for this week. This news podcast is brought to you by Ted Laux and GNT Tours. Ancient Egypt News is rated in the top 5 Egypt history podcasts according to feedspot.com. For 2026 tour dates, check out our website gnttours.com. Follow us on social media. Thanks for listening to this episode. Please feel free to comment and share. Until next time, thanks again. Cheers. Bye-bye.